What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to Real Queens Real Talk with the gentleman's perspective. I am your favorite host. Your
Hey, what's up, Live Life? How you doing?
favorite, everybody. Y'all already know who I got here with me. I got my baby sister over here on this side, Miss Alki Queen, as well as everybody's favorites baby brother, Tai Mizzle. What's going on, everybody? Shout out to everybody that's already in the building. Liver of Life, JW,
Hi,
Opulence Prime,
Opulence. Hi,
Armani
Liver.
Sage,
Opulence.
JW. If I
Uh,
didn't already say you,
Almighty.
JW, who else did I see already? Yeah, I think I saw I seen. Thank you, everybody that's here with us tonight. Y'all already know what we here for. To talk, the one and only Auntie Momo. You already know that liver of life. You know already. Y'all already know what we here for. We are here to sip some things and talk about what's going on in celebrity news and gossip. The trolls are crazy.
I didn't even
Okay.
read that comment. They super quick now. I'm kind of flattered.
Just a little bit. That's how you
Just
know
a
you made
smidge.
it. Just a little bit. Hold on. Where is my? Hold on. Ugh. Sorry, trying to get my mic up here. That's how you know you made it when you got trolls that immediately come up in your live. That's how
I'm
you
gonna
know you done made
start
it.
talking that cash
I just
shit.
got all kind of problem. Hold on, y'all. My thing done came under. What are y'all drinking tonight while we doing all of this?
I am drinking on Mountain Dew Zero Sugar Spark
There we
because
go.
I've neglected to go to the liquor store earlier today.
Not drinking
What you drinking on, Mizzle?
sun-kissed orange.
Okay, am I the only one being naughty tonight? I got me some good old ratchet Smirnoff screwdriver. Okay, y'all know I love this
Yes,
Ooh.
Smirnoff
nice.
screwdriver.
See, I would text my husband, tell him to pick me up some of that, but I'm currently pissed off at him. So my liver will be thanking me.
Your liver will be thanking you. Sir Neil may not be joining us tonight. He's got some friends that he went out with. I said, I ain't even mad at you, baby bro. Do your thing. So he won't be joining us tonight. Opulence says she is drinking water tonight. I ain't mad at you. Keep that liver clean. I will drink for those who are not drinking tonight. Like I said, I got it in my good little ratchet cup on top of that chai where I
Mhm.
can pour the whole thing up in here. Pretend like it's one big ass drink. No, I should. I don't know damn well I need to be drinking all that. Anywho, tonight, y'all, what are we gonna get into? What JW say? We're drinking the same thing, Auntie, only add a splash of Patron. Ew.
Mhm.
I ain't never thought about that. Adding no Patron to it. That's good. I might have to try that. Armani say they drinking on some iced tea tonight. All right. That's a good iced tea. Put a little honey, little lemon up in it. That's how I like my iced tea. I like it real bitter, but real sweet at the same doggone time. I'm from
Mm-mm.
Texas. We
Gold
love us some
tea,
good old.
extra sweet tea. The only tea I'll drink.
Put some lemon in it and just a little
Nope.
bit of honey,
Nope.
or a little agave if it's cold. I'm telling you,
Nope.
it hit different.
Nope.
It hit different. Joseph, what's going on,
Hey,
Joseph?
Joseph, how you doing?
Let's see, y'all. What are we gonna get into tonight? We got a couple topics that we're gonna get into. Um, Mizzle is gonna give us a recap of the Janet Jackson documentary. If you are not a part of Mizzle's Discord, you need to be a part of that. He does a lot of the watch alongs. If you don't have cable, if you're not able to watch it, he is doing the watch along. As a matter of fact, tonight he is doing the watch along to Jocelyn's Cabaret as well as Power. If y'all did not watch Power, it was good as hell. It was good as hell. There's a couple folk that gotta go. I keep saying that. But anyways, Mrs. gonna give us a recap of that, as well as two New York nurses were arrested for some fake vaccine cards, y'all. And just when I think I need to be giving me a side hustle, I hear some shit like that. Roland Ray is in ICU with the Rona. Y'all know I cut some me some Roland Ray. We're gonna get into that real quick, as well as what happened with Lauren Smith Fields. I don't know if y'all heard about her or not, but as a black woman, I want to get her name out there and what happened to her out there. I know my platform is super small, but I'm going to use it just for that. Chris Brown is accused of assaulting a woman as well as forcing her to take a plan B. We're going to talk about that. What is this money challenge that everybody is doing? Everybody's getting into. The IRS is watching. I don't know if you niggas know that or not. We're going to talk about that. There's this video going around about this woman, and she's with her husband, and she declares on there that she will never leave her husband, even if he cheats, no matter if he cheats or not. We're going to talk about that. As well as Nick Cannon is once again expecting another baby number 8, I believe it is. Yeah, baby number 8. And then we're gonna end with the would you rather. I don't have any questions made up just yet for the would you rather. I have to think about it as we go. But anyways, let's get into the first thing that we got tonight. Mizzle, how about you start us off with the whole Janet Jackson? Give us some of the highlights about that. Because like I said, we did a watch along on your Discord last night, and that was so fun. I'm gonna put your Discord info in the chat for everybody too.
All right. All right. So earlier today, I did the live of Janet because it was my whole live was talking about just Janet and the whole documentary. So this one on her panel, I'm gonna do highlights. But if you want the full details of everything that happened, then y'all go. She gonna share the link to my live so y'all can look at it. All right. So Janet documentary premieres last night and on Friday. It was a 2-part. It was basically 4 parts broken 2 days. So the part 1 and 2 was on Friday, and parts 3 and 4 was on Saturday, and it was on Lifetime or A&E. And A&E, anyone you can watch any one of those channels. All right, so some of the major highlights. So we find out that they as a family, young family, 9 children and 2 parents household, they was living in a 2-bedroom household only. The girls slept in the living room. The boys slept in the bedroom, really 10 bunk beds and everything. And it was something. It was going on. How they rise as a Jackson 5 in stardom is based on from Tito. Tito was playing with his father guitar and kind of messed up with the strings and the guitar and everything. And he thought he was going to get in trouble and everything. So he came home. The family was scared. But they said, listen, he could play. So he played for the father. And Joe Jackson said, oh, okay. And then I just Catherine and the mother was saying that, oh, yeah, they got some talent. They can sing and everything. So they performed a little bit for him. And he said, oh, okay. Y'all gonna be somebody, and he gonna take them through. So they got signed by Barry Gordy and Motown Records, and that's how the Jackson 5 came to be. So if it wasn't for Tito playing with his father guitar, they kind of breaking it, we will never get that legend of Jacksons in our history right now. All right. That was the start of the Jackson 5. And Janet was always been part of. She was young. So she don't remember a lot of things that other members, but she was always going on performing and rehearsing and stuff like that. So
she didn't remember much about the house, did she?
No, she didn't because she was a baby.
Okay.
So Randy had to tell her what's happening, and that's that. So in Motown, and from there she got her role as Penny in Good Times when they was performing. At the same time they went to Vegas and started doing their own shows as young kids and stuff. And Penny was her iconic role. She was a young beauty child. Y'all remember Good Times, so I have to reiterate down from that. Started from there, she was. I think at that time the brothers dropped their father as their manager, so the father took control of Janet only and started working with her. So basically, he worked 2 albums with her, Dream Street and Janet Jackson, and as though they was okay, but it didn't go that far as they wanted to. It wasn't number 1. So she said she had to take control. She had to do something because she just can't continue doing on with this. Now, before they went there, when Jackson 5 got to the upper range, they moved to LA because they was in Gary, Indiana. That was their hometown. And in the mural they did, it was somebody did an artist. It was a mural of the Jackson 5 brothers, and basically getting taken down recently. I don't know when, but they go take it down. So it was a nice mural. Whoever did that, it was beautiful, but it's sad. And Janet cried because she was like, she didn't know. She first time saw it. She saw the mural, and they went to LA. They moved to LA, making money. Everything was a predominantly white neighborhood. The whole racism going on with the skin and people touching their skin. They say, "Oh, is it good? Is it cutting to come off the hair, everything?" So it was a lot going on. So from there, they move on to doing her Control album because at that time she wanted to drop it. Before
that's
that,
when she busted out, baby, on that Control album.
Yes, So before that, she was like at the same time with her father, she wanted to go to school, she wanted to go to college and everything. She wanted to study business law, but her father said, "No, you're gonna be a singer. You're gonna be a singer." All
That
right,
Good
so
Times episode with Janet Neville when she got beat. Yeah,
yeah.
I was a little girl when that came out, and I
Mhm.
still remember that. And that whew, that hurt my heart. That hurt my heart.
Yes.
That hurt my heart. But
It
that
did.
was came out before I was born, maybe because I was born in 1980. But I remember being a little bitty girl looking at Good Times because my daddy used to like watching Good Times and all that. I remember all that. But yeah, that didn't fit right in my spirit neither. I always remember that.
Oh, well. So at that time, before she started working on Control album, she was younger, she was around 16, something like that. So she wanted to start dating and everything and be sneaky with dating. So she met one of the brothers from the Barge family, James the Barge, and they started dating. And they got married. And that was her first husband. And before she didn't get an annulment, so basically annulment means they never really existed if you were to look it up. But if you follow her story, she could tell you she's not married to him. But it was short lived because he was on drugs. So
Mhm.
she kind of like she has that regulations that she probably would like save up guys or be there for guys who was addicted to drugs and something like that. And that's kind of like her stick to it. So her first boyfriend, her husband, was addicted to drugs. So after a year they broke up. So after a while, she had to reflect and say, "You know what? I gotta get control of my own album, my own thing." So she dropped her father as a manager, and that's when she met Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam, and they helped her with the Control album. And another thing about that is that the Paula Abdul, the choreographer of the Control era, helped brought Janet out the way person as a performer as we all see her now. Like if it wasn't for Paula bringing that beast out of Janet, of that shy little girl who was doing everything, we would never got that fight with Janet here. So
Yep.
big up to Paula Abdul for bringing that out of her that Control ever. And since then, Control sold 6 million records and became the highlight who started preparing her career. Because the first two albums didn't do well. So Control album did. And from there started Rise to Fame and continue on. And she didn't do a tour yet, but she was touring and promoting her album. At the same time, her brother is Rise to Fame and she basically want to get influenced, but she couldn't escape her shadow. So that's what it is. Couldn't escape Michael's shadow. Ever since she was getting successful, people always still want to talk about Michael, talk about Michael, talk about Michael. So it was kind of frustrating. So from there, she started the Rhythm Nation era, and the Rhythm Nation era, and the Rhythm Nation tour, and Rhythm Nation has been the most sold out debut album tour ever, until this day holds the highest sold debut tour. To this day, nobody topped that yet. So it's like that's accolades right there. Major
And
accolades.
if it wasn't for no Rhythm Nation, wouldn't be no formation, baby. We wouldn't know nothing about no formation if we wasn't no Rhythm Nation. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So she was good for the Rhythm Nation tour, and that's propelled her career. So the switch of what we saw Janet, because Janet was a sex icon, but it was never like that first. When she started doing Again album, when she met this guy named Renee, her second husband, she married this guy named Renee. He's a filmmaker, whatever, and he's behind a lot of her videos and tours and stuff like that. And they were close, like close, dating on her ass a little bit for freaking 9 years. They've been together. And again, the video, she wanted to try something new. She said, "No, what? Tina London." She was the friend of choreographer at the time, and it's like, "No, I need to be more sexier. I want to just push the envelope." And that's the ever from there. The Again video and push her forward. That's began the sex appeal era, the sex icon that we notice now as Janet, who's been. So from there on, Janet always pushed forward. You know, oh, I didn't know that.
Ooh wee. I
Uh-uh.
ain't surprised, child. All of these people in Hollywood sleep with each other, so I'm not even surprised.
Mm.
I hate Jermaine Dupri played himself though. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I do hate. He played his damn self.
I mean, I already knew from jump when they broke up. I'm like, his dumbass cheated.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
you don't what? What? And now he's trying to blame Janet for his lack of penis control.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So
You can't control your penis. Somebody will cut it off for you. All I'm saying. And those memes are hilarious. Yes.
Um, yeah. So Begin Ella, she started sex appeal, well, sex icon legend, and the Rolling Stone cover is the iconic cover with her thing covered, and the sex thing. That's how start her career, and start preparing people, future ladies, to start doing to brace the sexuality and sex appeal. Move on from there, they went into the Super Bowl era, and they talk about the Nipplegate thing and how
Justin Timberlake.
they try to shun her out and basically put all the blame on Janet. Like it was a PR stunt. It was a lot of things going on. I said no, it was an accident. We all found out that Janet and JT, they're cool. They friends.
She cool with him,
she
but we ain't
said
cool with him.
she's gonna move
Right.
forward. She want us to move forward from that. But
Ain't no moving forward. No, Janet, you ain't got to be mad at Justin Timberlake. We'll be mad at him for you.
She did tell him to not to say nothing because he wanted to say something and everything, but she said they putting all the fault on me, so don't say nothing, everything. But we did know, and I didn't mention that she never apologized because she said it was a mistake. It was not intentional, so ain't no sense apologizing. I guess because she didn't want to apologize like that, they can shame her. And also that interviewer, that Les Moves, whatever he was, drag her name, trying to erase her existence, like she never was important and everything. And because she refused to do an interview and stuff like that.
You can't cancel Janet Jackson. That's just not gonna happen.
And because Michael was going through it at the time, and she was a Jackson, I guess that compounded what he was going through on top of what that did. Because at the end of the day, whatever happened at Super Bowl was not big of a deal for them to make it that big.
Yeah.
Deal. But because of what Michael was going through and all stuff, they say, "Oh, what? This is Jackson, whatever." We're going stuff like that. Oh, I did mention about the secret baby, the rumor, but I'm giving major highlights. But it was a rumor about her having a child, and Vivi was raising it, and it was not true. Not true at all. And from the Super Bowl era, she kept continuing working. She was banned from the Grammys, and they couldn't tell. She told her they withdrew her from the Grammys, and Jermaine Dupri didn't go. Now, her and Jermaine Dupri got together because it stems from the Super Bowl era. They was all for you era, and led into the Super Bowl and all that stuff like that. And they got together. He was not a big time producer yet, and he was more fly. Janet Jackson was the big name. And yes, they've been together for a while now. She wanted to have his kids. They would be married with family, all that stuff. And yes, he cheated because he said that because he was with Janet Jackson, females were flocking towards him and talking to him more because he was with Janet. And I said, that's kind of weird. It's like, who's you like? Because Janet's a big name. Like they want to work with you because you was with Janet. Like, what was the end game?
That was just it. They seen him more. That's just like an ugly nigga getting money. You attractive because you have money. He's attractive because he's with somebody that damn near all the men in the world wanted to be with. Hell, half the women was Janet Jackson. So that's why women were flocking to him, basically just to maybe even have the chance to run into Janet at the hotel or something
or
like that.
Maybe it's
that's
more
what
like,
do.
I'm thinking maybe it's more like Janet is with you. Let me see what that dick do.
Or let me see what that D do. Yeah, something like that. Because other than that, what is Jermaine Dupri? Like, come on.
The lazy motherfucker?
Him, yeah.
Yeah, it was big back then, but I think they compounded more because actually, if we all can remember it, it was a nipple ring. You didn't really see the nipple that much. So it was like, it was a lot back then, yeah, showing the breast and everything, but she didn't do it herself, so he put it off. And she was embarrassed because when she realized it, she just covered it up. Like, if she was proud of the thing, she would have said, okay, all right.
This is the only thing that I will say is what was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Just because the way that it
get pasty over the nipple. Like, I don't get it because like even Justin Timberlake said that it was supposed to come off and just like reveal a star.
And it was.
It was a thing on it.
Yeah, it was a star with a little nipple ring on it. Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm saying, like, what was supposed to happen? If that wasn't supposed to happen, I still say this to this day. If that wasn't supposed to happen where her breast showed, then what was supposed to happen? What was supposed to be? Because the motion was just like that. Like, what else was supposed to happen?
Yeah, I think it was a ball or something attached to it that came off right with the covering. Because she was shocked that it
Hey,
came out that
Brittany
far. Because it
Boo.
was like, hold up. Everybody said, ah, and people was, I think people was clapping and everything, but people didn't realize what was going on until they start making focus.
I
And it
don't
was,
care. Janet Jackson's nipple was beautiful, so.
but you have to zoom in to really see it. Nobody's really
To
still
really see it,
like
yeah, nobody could even really see it.
I'm saying now because the internet and you can see the picture unedited. I'm speaking
It was
from
supposed to
ocular
show her
proof.
bra.
She
Well,
got
but what?
some yeah.
No, I'm just saying it was supposed to show her bra, but what bra? She wasn't wearing a bra.
It was something, yeah, because it was
He pulled
something
too hard
under
and
it.
took the
Yeah,
top layer
yeah,
off.
that's what.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Thin ass layer.
Oh, okay.
Because they ain't supposed to go that way. That's what she was so shocked that it happened. But after it happened, she said she cried and everything, but she never apologized because it was an accident. It was not like something she did on purpose.
I
And
wouldn't have apologized, period. And the fact that everybody was forcing her to apologize was some
Yeah.
old bullshit. And fuck Justin Timberlake. I feel like we as a black community were so quick to want to accept his apology and welcome him back with open arms because he can sing and dance. No. Justin Timberlake, you back on my shit list.
yeah. So, but at that time, she continued. MTV banned her music and everything, and Grammy took it away. And on Jermaine Dupri, he did honor herself by withdrawing himself from the Grammy as well because his girlfriend couldn't be there. The only thing is Justin continued. I said if you couldn't say nothing, because we was found out by Janet that she told him not to say nothing. She told him not to say nothing because everybody was putting the heat on her. So let it be. Don't say nothing and move forward. But like I said he still could have taken a stand for not going to the Grammys. At least something. So no, so you know what? We both was in it. I'm not coming either. If y'all gonna not make her come, I'm not gonna come either. That's what he could have taken. You didn't say nothing, but
That's what he could have said, yeah.
you still making a statement. So, but she continued on. But BET and some of the other black networks and everything was still talking to her, still making her irrelevant. And like Tyler Perry say, you know what? Y'all making a big deal of something. It's a nipple or whatever. Get it over it and let's do it. So he cast her in Why They Get Married and Why They Get Married Too. While they was filming Why They Get Married Too, her brother died. And Michael died at the time. So there was a lot going on. And I guess that scene, I don't know, that filter scene when she was breaking everything and she said, I'm showing you crazy. Listen, I don't know if that was because of that, but you know, she did good in those movies. And that's that. From there, I think the last thing I want to talk about, so forward was even though people were trying to shun her and everything, the albums that she came out afterwards was Demeanor Joe, 20-year-old. They still did good. They didn't do as best as like the Rhythm Nation Control, but they still made number ones and stuff like that. So it was good for her and career and everything. And then they were trying not to get her inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And this is the time that social media started getting prevalent. So when people were saying they were still trying to shun Janet Jackson for not being inducted, they said, "Oh no. Everybody was on Twitter and everything, or whatever was popular at that time, and was showing that we appreciate Janet, we want Janet." And I guess the people in the higher up who made decisions, you know what? Let's give it to her and stuff like that. We know she has a baby at 51 years old. He's 5 years old now. Easton and everything. She is divorced from the husband that she was with, and that's it. She's trying to be a mom. And she did release a new single, Love I Love. I don't know if she gonna able to go release the Black Diamond album or not, but she was supposed to be on tour for Black Diamond, but that never really happened. But after 6 months after she had her son, she went on the Unbreakable tour. And I think that was the whole highlights, the whole span. Yeah, that's it.
Let me get, I'm going to copy your live that you did earlier today. Did you go over all parts of it earlier today?
Yeah, I went deeply through everything. I just gave some of the major highlights on this one. But yeah, that's it. I went through everything.
All right, y'all. I'm dropping Mizzle's video that he did earlier today on the recap of all where he goes into full detail on the whole Janet Jackson thing. He just gave you a brief recap of everything. But yeah, these memes are hilarious. I love these doggone gifts. And they all about Jermaine Dupri and Renee because Jermaine Dupri played himself. This one right here is the funniest one. I can't imagine being Janet and hearing rumors of Jermaine Dupri cheating. I know Janet was like, on me?
Yeah. Well, but
That
also
baby
he was
looks so
saying that
doggone funny.
how he was not giving us enough time. Like when they was barely not seeing each other, but when they do see each other, he comes on, he goes to the club, he barely has time for her, all that stuff. So that's another reason why she broke up with him.
Am I missing anything else? All right, cool. All right, y'all. So that was the recap, the brief recap. If you have not, like I said, if y'all have not seen the Janet Jackson docuseries, you can see it on Mizzle's channel. He did a full recap on it, as well as his Discord. I'm going to put his Discord down here as well, because y'all need to be going to the Discord afterwards. What are we doing when we get off of here, Mizzle?
Discord, we're going to watch Jasmine Cabaret and also Power.
I need to
So as it's been successful last couple of weeks of people coming in and watching it with me and talking about it. So we'll continue on. And then tomorrow we're doing a review on your channel.
Yes, tomorrow, my channel, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing the recap for Jocelyn's Cabaret. Make sure you are here to join us for that, okay? Also, Power. We're going to be doing the Power Watch Along after the Jocelyn's Cabaret Watch Along on Mizzle's Discord when we get off of here, okay? My baby sis, she went to go take care of the kids real quick, so she'll be back in a second. While we're waiting on her to get back, let me pull up this next topic that we were going to talk about. Where is it? Yes. Did y'all hear about these? These nurses in New York were arrested after making $1.5 million in just 3 months off of fake vaccination cards. Now, this is a side hustle gone wrong for show, for show. Now, this is a Long Island pediatric nurse practitioner, and her employee were recently busted after allegedly making $1.5 million after selling fake COVID-19 vaccine cards. Her NYPD officer husband is also reportedly facing an internal probe for his potential involvement. According to the Daily Mail, nurse practitioner Julie Davano, who owns the Wild Child Pediatrics Healthcare in Long Island, and her employee Marissa Urano, a practical nurse, were caught after undercover detectives obtained fake vaccination cards from one of them on one or more occasions. They charged $220 for adults, $85 for children, and to enter falsified information into the New York State's Immunization Information Center. Despite receiving vaccines and syringes being sent to the practice from the government, patients never received a vaccine. Just within 3 months, they made $1.5 million. That is crazy. That is crazy. Mizzle, what you think about that? $1.5 million? Tracy, you are our resident legal and Miss 42. I think Miss 42 is in another live right now. But how much jail time could they get, Tracy, for this? Or Miss, how much this is crazy to me. $1.5 million in 3 months off of fake vaccine cards. That's crazy.
First of all, I mean, yes, she made that money, but it's stupid that she gonna get caught for that
Yeah.
because it is federal offense. You ain't supposed to be making fake cards for vaccination. And I would say why people will just want to pay to get fake cards to get show that they got vaccinated when they're not really vaccinated. It's like at the end of the day, just go. It doesn't take much. But yes, you want to pay your money for someone to give you fake cards for what? So
What?
yes, she did what she did, but at the same time, you get caught because you know you can't get caught, especially when you trying to make money off this panorama right now, and it's not happening. So I wish they jam her up and whoever's with her to put the full weight on her because no, come on now. Like, and people stupid enough to buy stuff from some random person wants to say for a nurse. Like, really?
I
And
mean, I can
that's what
see
I
how they would trust her because it's not like, not discrediting what I am. I'm a medical assistant, but not this. It's not like it's a medical assistant. It's a nurse practitioner and her nurse. So
yeah.
I would see that as being legit coming from them. You
Yeah,
know what
but
I'm
you will
saying?
pay for it. You don't pay for none of that. You get
I
that for
wouldn't
free.
pay for that shit. No,
That's the
hell no.
thing.
I would know something
Once
is
you get
up.
the shot, they give you a car for free. So why are you paying for it?
Exactly. And it's like, are are the families who bought the cards, are they getting charged as well?
Because they CDC have a way how the cars are. That's why a lot of people have the app, the Exca app. I have it so you can show your
Mm-hmm.
vaccination card thing, but you still need to have the card and everything. But yeah, it's the way. And to get fake ones, I know they have to show some blueprints of it, and like it's not making sure. And I know people who bought their card were trying to show it. People could flag it and say, "Oh, this card ain't real." So, and then also your information gets into the database. So if she was doing this fake cards, was she putting the information in the database to flag? And she was a nurse, like, oh,
Right. I think she probably was. I mean, I wonder how did she get caught? Like, because they send you the vaccines or so many, and you have to account for those because you have to be able to say, okay, I gave this many vaccines or I did this. I don't know if she just wasn't compensating for what she said she was actually giving or how that was actually work. I don't know. But the other, somehow or another, somebody, one of them Karen snitched on her ass and she told. Tracy, what's your thoughts on that?
I think the starting thing for her was like 5 years. Like the
5 years.
starting thing, it starts at 5 years. But then they said, like, because she went into the government database and falsified people's medical records, the time could go up. So it was like the money, like fraudulent of $1 million. Like you're starting at 5 years, but then they have to figure out how it's going to work for her because she was going in and like putting on your medical records that you got shot. Like she was going full fledged. Like
do something to make it feel
This
like it was real.
is crazy.
yeah.
Why even
So
risk your practice like that? That's just
well,
dumb.
because I mean, how many of us make $1 million in 3 months?
That's true.
I
Shit.
mean, the month for the right price. I mean, I guess when your husband a cop, you feel like you kind of above the law,
Mm-hmm. That's true.
things
That's
like
true.
that. But when I was reading, I was like, wait, so she did, so yeah, so she would get the stuff, act like she was doing it, and for people who don't want to be vaccinated but want to be able to do things in New York, and wants to have a card, wants to look like they're immunized.
Right.
I mean, I guess it makes sense for them to pay the money. And I know, especially like depending on who your employer is, they can tell you like you have to be vaccinated and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. So I guess it's a way for them to kind of get out of things. I don't know how it's then going to turn around and happen on the back end. Like, do the people who went and falsified this thing, what then happens to them? I have no clue. But I'm very interested in this story because, I like a good takedown. I'm all here for a good takedown. I'm all here for a good takedown.
I'm just saying, like, I would think at some point in time, don't you think that they can do a blood test or ask for a blood test at your job and see if you have the vaccine antibody or something like that? Like, I would be like, I don't know. That's just stupid. I think that it's dumb for her to even risk her own license to do that shit when you gon' get caught. But like somebody said in the chat earlier, once I got to that 250, hell, even 500K, I'd have stopped because I'd have been too damn scared.
Nah, she was like, the way this money looking, she said, we gonna keep going. She was like, what? I'm sleeping with the police. I mean, I guess in her mind, she
She didn't
was
do
good to
nothing wrong,
go.
right?
She was
Yeah.
good to go. She said she's sleeping with the police. Bam, bam. She got that covered, right? So she gonna get the vaccines. She gonna, I guess, throw them in the trash because clearly she wasn't sticking nobody. Take the car to lie about it. I was like, well,
That's what I'm saying, Opulus. Somebody snitched.
oh yeah,
Somebody snitched. Somebody
oh
snitched and somebody said something. It was either somebody she pissed off or somebody she denied getting it or something for the undercovers to come up in the job.
Yeah, and
She
Or
pissed somebody off.
you know what it probably could
they
have, you know
realized
what it
something.
probably was? It probably was the amount of people that she was saying that she was seeing in a day. Like that number probably was astronomically high. Because if you're not
True.
really poking nobody, you know what I mean? If you're not really going through the questions, poking nobody, doing none of that, you
Something's
could see 3 or 4 people in the time that you normally would see one person. So it probably hit up a red flag like, girl, there is no way you've seen 65 people in a day. Like, there's no way. How did you do
somewhere
that?
so along the line that somebody, if nobody snitched, the government would have called it because at the end of the day, it's beyond that. The CDC is the
Yeah, like it turns into one of those things.
I wonder if it was something like that, just being from the medical point of view, because we give vaccines and stuff every day and we have to count for those vaccines. I wonder if maybe she was charging the insurance, like the insurance could see, like you said, typically she only sees, especially if she's a private practice, she's only seeing about 10 to 15 patients a day. But now all of a sudden she's seeing 20, 30 people a day, but she doesn't even have that many vaccines in the practice. And she's charging these people insurance for that. That could have sent a red flag to the insurance company some sort of way for them to send undercover detectives in there for them to do something like that. The insurance company had to been flagged or something like that, or somebody caught in something else and snitched to save their own ass. Could have been
Yep.
that too. Definitely could have been that too.
yeah.
That's crazy. I know she could have paid me some money to keep quiet.
Some jobs that requires a vaccination, it's a law that you got to keep record of your vaccination.
Yeah.
Card.
Oh yeah, we do it our job. Yeah.
We don't have to require you to show you the vaccination card. Now they look at it and start realizing that a lot of these cards is fake and it's not looking up so well. They could be fined or something like that. So whatever happened, someone on launch, it was a lot of loose ends for her to get caught.
But at the same time, those people that paid that cash money for those vaccine cards, they need to be charged too. Because you can't tell me that you didn't know something was up. If she came to you and said, oh, it'll be $225 for what? When I have insurance and my insurance pays for this.
Even if you didn't have insurance, I thought the vaccines were free.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The vaccines are free. So you knowingly and willingly paid that money to that private practice, knowing good and damn well that you were doing something fraudulent as well. So whoever those patients were that paid for that, they need to be held accountable too. I'm sorry. They do too. Because I've worked in a crooked ass doctor's office before where he used to do crooked ass shit, stuff like this. So I already know how that is. So them patients that's right along with that scheme, they need to be charged as well because they know what they're doing. And I'm sure 9 times out of 10, it's these hoity-toity, rich, gentrified folks that can afford to do that. If you can afford to pay $220 for an adult, $85 for a child, all of this, come on now.
I mean, the only way they pay for it to go that desperate if they got denied the exemption, because those jobs, if you don't have to get a vaccination unless you can prove your exemption, the medical or religion. And a lot of my people on the job got approved it. So,
and a lot of jobs are saying no to the religious exemption. You either get this vaccine or you can go get a new job.
My job is one. I just had to get my booster on Friday.
Yeah, my job. My job made it very clear. I mean, months ago, they was like, so you can either hit that unemployment line or you get vaccinated.
You get this microchip in you. Either one.
I'm microchipped and proud.
Yeah. They was like, either one, we don't care. I was like, so y'all go and literally on my job, they let go of like 200 people.
That's crazy.
They was like, bye. Look, quickly. They was like, bye. And it was like, for as many as they let go, they was like, I work for, a pretty decent company where it's like, I mean, our benefits are great. This is great. The pay is decent. I mean, and you can work from home. And as long as you do what you're supposed to do, you can work from home. If your stats get terrible, then you got to go back into the office. But other than that, I mean, is it worth it? Most people would say yeah. You know, especially depending on the person you is. Some people feel like no, it's not worth it. But that's fine. They was like, okay, well, you can hit this unemployment line. And when I tell you, they was like, I can't believe they fired us. I was like, they clearly sent y'all
they said they were going to do it. Yes.
multiple emails saying, if you can't prove it by this day, we're going to deactivate your badge and you can't get in the building. Like, what you thought was gonna happen? Like,
my job as well. Like, I work for a pretty bomb corporation as well. So the same. This is what gets me about the whole vaccine. I get it. It's supposed to keep us safe, but my whole thing is when they first came out with the vaccine, they pushed it how it's going to prevent you from getting the Rona. Then when people would get vaccinated, they still get the Rona. Then it was, it's going to prevent you from getting it bad or dying. And then when people were still getting it bad and dying, it's like, okay, well, now you need a third one because the two wasn't enough. Now you need this one because this one is really going to help you if you get it so you don't die. It's like, why I understand there was such a big push for it because there was such this mass hysteria because we didn't know about the vaccine. This virus, we didn't know what it would do. We didn't know all of that. I totally get that. My whole thing was do some clinical research trials on them folk that want to get $500 a week for getting tested on. Test it on them for a year. And then once you see how that has an effect on people, then come and introduce it to everybody. That was my whole thing, because even still now, we don't know what's going to happen in 5-10 years from now with this thing in my arm. We don't know. But we do know that we needed it because the CDC said we needed it. So just keep in mind, keep your eyes glued to the TV. So in 20 years, if you just so happen to be laying across your bed and you see that commercial in 2000 to 2002, if you were forced by your employer to get a vaccine, you may be at risk for mesothelioma. Call this number. Just keep that in mind. Just be ready to call that 1-800 number. I'm just saying, we don't know what's going to happen in a couple of years. That's all I got to say with that. That's it. That's all. But this nurse was dumb as hell. This practitioner was dumb as hell. You risked your license for this, and you're finna go to jail. I hope she was smart enough to save some of that money, put it somewhere where can't nobody get to it.
She probably gonna need that for her legal defense, because that's federal and that's in New York, and their their prosecution rate is like at like 97-98%.
Do federal New York lawyers take cash?
New York don't play that. Not hot cash. They don't take hot cash. Not no hot cash. No, they ain't gonna take nothing.
That's all she got now. All I got is cash. She make cash payments.
No. Hot cash ain't.
Yo, I wonder what her cash app look like.
I was about to say, can she pay a lawyer with cash app?
What's the next thing we finna get into, y'all? Rolling Ray. Let me see. Let me find this about Roll. Well, before we get into Rolling Ray, let's get into this thing with Chris Brown real quick, y'all. Y'all hear the latest with Chris Brown?
Yes, and I said it in our group chat. I don't think he did the crime that he's accused of committing, only because he's on probation.
Oh, Chris Brown.
But he can't get right. He need a good old fashioned big mama ass whooping.
He does.
I'm gonna say this right now. I blame Diddy. Everything happened and Diddy's attached to it. It's something with Diddy. I'm telling y'all.
Listen to this. So Chris Brown is accused of are aping. Y'all know what I'm talking about. A woman, December 30th, 2020. The woman, who is a singer, claims Chris grabbed the phone of her friend. She was FaceTiming and urged her to come to Diddy's home in Miami Star Island, to which she agreed. Upon arrival, she claims Chris approached her and asked her if she wanted a drink, then motioned toward her towards the kitchen area of the yacht. Court documents state that the woman entered the kitchen with Chris, drinking a mixed drink he gave her while engaging in conversation. However, after the second drink, the woman began to feel a little sudden, um, feel a sudden unexplained change in consciousness. The lawsuit continues, stating the woman felt disoriented, physically unstable, and started to fall in and out of sleep. And that's when she claims Chris led her into a bedroom. In addition, the woman claims she was drugged, half asleep. However, no police report was made due to the embarrassment. The woman is suing for the large lump sum for severe emotional distress. I didn't get this other article, but there's another part to it that supposedly after that happened, Chris Brown hit up the woman and forced her to take a plan B. How he forced her to take a plan B over the phone, I'm not really sure. But baby sis, are you available? What are your thoughts on that? If not, we'll go to you.
I
your
am
thoughts?
available.
There you go. Okay.
Again, I don't want to believe he did it, and that's only because, again, isn't he on probation? And didn't some female just try this on him like a year ago? Some chick in fucking London? I don't make it make sense, Christopher, because the black community keeps giving you pass after pass after pass after pass, and you still keep spitting in our faces about it. Again, I don't want to believe it because I know how much you care about your kids, Christopher. But if you did, I'm gonna need the black community to stop giving him another chance. Like, in my opinion, if this is true, it don't even matter if this is true. If he comes out of this unscathed, his career should be over because this happens too many times. He does good for a year and a half, and then something like this happens. So I'm done with you, Chris Breezy. I'm done.
She say Breezy. Mizzle, what are your thoughts on Chris Brown? Like he does keep getting into a whole lot of mess all the time. But what are your thoughts on that? What do you think? Do you think what this woman is saying is valid? Do you think Chris Brown did it? Like, what are your thoughts on the whole thing?
Neutral. And I said it in my group chat. What I hate when people do is automatic discount what somebody's saying and automatically say, oh, he didn't do it. How you know? Well, y'all were there? I'll say that. Just because he's Chris Brown, he's a fine looking guy, whatever, and you don't think it's impossible. People say, oh, it's impossible for him to do it. How is it impossible? Just as impossible for him to do it, it's impossible for him not to do it. Just because it's impossible for him not to do it, it's also impossible for him to do it. So, and yes, I heard about other stories too, but not how many stories we heard about Trey Songz and it still ain't go through, and it still smoke. So it was the same day as Quest. A lot of these stories keep coming out about him, about some unwanted advances and everything, and it is pushing the next. We don't know what's happening, whatever. Besides, so I'm not gonna be here saying, oh, he didn't do it. But I'm not gonna go mad saying that he did do it. I'll just go and say we need to see more what's happening from the story to even make a judgment. If it comes to find out she's lying, then she could just dealt with. If she's not lying, it's kind of true. Then what about everybody going to say, oh well, man? I would say no. Y'all was all about on his nutsack saying he didn't do it. Y'all think cheerleaders, so go ahead and do it. Stand by him, no matter what. Sure. What's up with his names? Love Face.
I don't know what is up with these weird
the trolls. Oh, snaps for us. We must be doing something right.
I must be, child. Okay.
And yeah, so I'm not gonna say
that is too much.
But at the end of the day, yes, if something like that happens, I don't think you will go to police or something like that to get a test kit done or whatever. You never know. At the end of the day, you never know if it happened to you. What will you do? What will you do when it can happen to you? Sometimes people might get scared and not go to the police. Yes, it could be. It doesn't make sense, but at the same time, will you automatically say that somebody didn't do it? What about if it was you? Will you want people to believe you, or you gonna automatically say, "Oh, well, he didn't do it"? You gonna feel dritty. You gonna feel messed up. You gonna feel upset. So it's so easy for us to say, "Oh, because to him, we don't know. I don't know him personally. He never paid my bills, so I don't know what he do when I'm not around, or if I was at the party. If I seen it myself, I would say, "Oh, well, I saw." And based on what I saw, she was listening. So I'm not gonna be here saying that, oh, he didn't do whatever. Even if it's not true, if you make it up, let them just tell us it made it up. Let another story tell us that she lied, and that's it. Because if she didn't lie, now what y'all would say?
True that.
I have something to say. I have something to say. Oh, I have something to say. Okay. Number one, where there's smoke, there's fire. I'ma say that. But my fire is someplace different. I think it's Diddy. Because have y'all ever noticed that it's always at Diddy house, on Diddy yacht, at Diddy party? It's always something with Diddy. I'm telling y'all. I think Diddy be slipping people stuff. So maybe she picked up the wrong cup. I'm just saying. I blame Diddy. I really do. There gotta be something with Diddy. Why is he always the common denominator in all of these charges? Why is it his party, his event, his house, his yacht? Diddy, why are you always involved in some mess that has to do with somebody being taken advantage of, sir? why are you the common denominator? Are you handing out the candy? Is that what you're doing, Diddy? Let me know, because I blame you. I feel like there may be some smoke Chris way, but the fire at Diddy house, because he always in the mess. He's always in the mess. He's always in it. He in the mess. Now, think back to Trey Songz. Oh, what did the girl do? She sued Trey, and who else? Diddy. Why?
Yep.
Because he was there. He was a part of it. It was at his stuff. I think Diddy be handing out the candy. Now, mark my words. Diddy hands out the candy. That's what it is.
I wouldn't be surprised, quite honestly, because we can't trust Diddy. Okay. I still think Diddy knows something about the whole Tupac and Biggie thing.
He orchestrated Biggie's death. He had a hand in Biggie's death. Him and Jay-Z.
Don't put it out there like that.
I'm putting it out there, Mizzle. I'm putting it out there.
Put it out there like
I'm
that.
putting it out there. I'm putting it. All right, you know what? Here, just to protect you two. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Allegedly, Diddy hand out candy.
Allegedly. Diddy has something to do with Biggie's death and Tupac. All right, Jay-Z and Diddy both has something to do with Biggie. I'm putting it out there, and I'll add on allegedly just to make you feel better, Mizzle, even though I do not believe that part.
I could say I just think that maybe Diddy just may have left some details out about what he knows about. You ain't saying? That's all I'm saying. It's always Diddy. Usher confirmed that for me. Hell yeah. It was like a few days after Britney. I don't know, but you only got the 5 days to take the Plan B pill. So I don't know how soon it was afterwards, but the girl said that it was soon afterwards is when he had called
Was she still at Diddy house? Because maybe
know.
Diddy gave her the Plan B. Because it sounds like he be handing out all the candy at his house. Was he still at? I blame Diddy.
Allegedly, Diddy out here passing out candy and shit. We don't know. But real quickly, y'all know I cuts for me some Rolling Ray, right? Y'all know Rolling Ray is my boy. I know you don't cut for Rolling Ray. I do, but Rolling Ray is my boy. Well, he is in the ICU right now.
I don't know who that is.
Child, I'll let you know when we get off of here. Rolling Ray is a damn fool. But he is in the ICU right now of COVID. He actually came on, what was that? IG about 2-3 weeks ago and said that he was in the hospital in ICU fighting for his life for COVID. Well, about 2 days ago, they put out this statement saying that he's in the ICU now from complications of COVID. Like I say, I love me some Roland Ray. He is a hot ass, ratchet ass mess, but I love me some Roland Ray. So shout out to Roland Ray. Prayers up for Roland Ray. Bless him. Yes, because he been through a lot. From him suffering second and third degree burns from his wig catching on fire to just everything in the media. Even though he does start a lot of the mess he gets into with Carisha, with Saucy Santana, with everybody he gets into it with. He starts a lot of that drama with Bobby Lights and all that. But still, I feel like he starts a lot of that drama because he has his own insecurities that he's dealing with. Again, that is no excuse. That is just what I feel from him. Okay. So that's neither here nor there. Shout out to him. He in the hospital, y'all. Keep him in his prayer. Keep him in y'all's prayers. We're going to keep him lifted up and all that good stuff there. Okay. Now, Santana. Okay. Bobby Lights and Santana. Okay. Next thing that I want to share with you guys, I'm going to play this video for y'all. It is of Lauren Smith Fields. Now, I don't even care if I don't get the full monetization for this video for playing this for the Shade Room. I'm only going to play about maybe a minute, 2 minutes of it, but I feel like we need to get this out because the media is not covering enough of this. This is a young lady by the name of Lauren Smith Fields. She is who I have her picture right here in the back. This beautiful black sister right here. You see the bald head white guy that's right there on the side of her. You see him, right? Okay. I'm going to read this story to y'all about her, and then I'm going to play this video. Okay. Let me pause it. Okay, this is Lauren Smithfield. She's 23. She went on a date with 37-year-old Matthew LaFontaine. He's a white man who they met on the dating app called Bumble. The next morning, she was found dead. She was found dead by authorities following a 911 call from LaFontaine himself. Now, local officials have ruled her death an accidental overdose, but her family isn't buying it. They're demanding a more exhaustive investigation of what happened, including a closer look into LaFontaine, the last man to see her alive. Now, they're saying that she died of an accidental overdose of fentanyl and alcohol. They met. She was 23. He was 37. Let's keep it real. He was supposed to have been a sugar daddy. They met on a dating website. And then the next day she was found dead in her apartment. He was the one that actually called the police. That don't make no sense. Like I said, the media is not doing no coverage of this. But had it been a little white girl, she'd have been all over our TV screens. So I'm just play this a little bit for y'all to see. And then we'll talk about it.
She met a man on Bumble, and by morning she was dead.
I wish that she was still here.
Her family says police botched this investigation, ignored key evidence like a pill and a used condom allegedly found inside her apartment. And the Bumble date is still a free man. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. The mystery behind Lauren Smithfield's death has now just intensified as the medical examiner's office out of Bridgeport, Connecticut, just coming out with a report saying that Lauren's death has been ruled an accident. The cause, acute intoxication of a mixture of drugs, promethazine, hydroxyzine, fentanyl, and alcohol. But how could that be when Lauren's family says she has no history of drugs? They say that there's more to the story. Police from the beginning have not been doing their jobs, and it may be because they're Black.
My heart and my soul is broken.
Chantel Fields says she knew something was off. Her daughter, Lauren Smith Fields, wasn't answering her phone, so she called Lauren's older brother, Lakeem Jeter, and met him at Lauren's house.
I went to the door. And on the door, it had a handwritten note saying, if you're looking for Lauren, call this number.
The note wasn't from police, but from Lauren's landlord.
And I just kept asking, like, what's going on? Where's my sister at? Like, what's going on? He just kept saying, hold on, the detective is coming.
Bridgeport detective Kevin Cronin showed up.
We were asking where was Lauren, and he said, listen, we already did an autopsy. And we didn't need to contact the family because we already identified the body because they had her passport and her ID.
Lauren had been dead for over 24 hours and her family had no clue. Her body already en route to the medical examiner's office.
They just wanted to bury our daughter like she was like an unknown person.
We're getting a glimpse of what police walked into the day that Lauren was found. According to this police report, around 9:30 the night before her death, she was with this man named Matthew LaFountain. He told police in a statement that he met Lauren on Bumble 3 days earlier. He said, quote, they began drinking shots of tequila and Lauren became ill. She then went to the bathroom to vomit and was apologetic when she returned. He says that he then played some games with her, ate food, and started to watch a movie. He then says Lauren went outside, came back in, then went to the bathroom again for about 10 to 15 minutes. He says Lauren fell asleep on the couch. He carried her to the bed and laid down next to her and fell asleep. At 3 a.m., he says he went to the bathroom, heard her snoring. Then by 6:30 that morning, he says he noticed that there was blood coming from Lauren's right nostril and she wasn't breathing at all. That's when he called 911. Lauren Smith Fields was pronounced dead 19 minutes later.
When you have a young lady who's reported dead by a gentleman in a quote-unquote dating relationship, that person is immediately a suspect.
Matthew LaFountain has not been named a suspect, but his social media accounts have been deactivated. Even more of a red flag for the family, Detective Cronin told them that he was a, quote, nice guy for calling 911 in the first place. Lauren's family attorney, Darnell Crosland, outraged.
We're now prosecuting them. I want to know who Cronin contacted that morning. We want to see his cell phone. And we believe that he either spoke to this gentleman, knows this gentleman, or there's some kind of connection there.
Something he's also looking into, a pill and a condom with semen inside that was found in the trash while Lauren's family was cleaning out her house.
2 weeks.
All right, y'all. That's all I'm going to play. I'm going to leave the link to where you guys can watch the rest of this if you want to. All of that makes no sense. All of that points to the guy that she had met. They should be investigating him. The fact that he was a nice guy and they let him go. Had that been a white girl and a black man, he would still be in jail right now, or they would still be questioning him right now. There is no doubt in my mind. Baby sis, I'm gonna start with you. What did you hear about this whole thing that happened? And like I said, a lot of the media is not talking about it. That's why I want to talk about it. Even though my platform is teeny tiny, still her name is getting put out there, and that's just my point to do that. Did you hear about this, and what are your thoughts on this?
I heard this on Facebook with Indisputable with Dr. Rashad. Mm-hmm. I forgot what his last name is, but he's with TYT, the Young Turks. Go check out their Facebook page. So yes, I've already knew about this. And it's just out and out disgusting. I said it last week when we were talking about Trey Songz. The black woman in America is the most unprotected, the most victimized, the most disenfranchised group in America. And this puts it all front row and center. Just because this man is the color of a marshmallow, he again, it's disgusting. When I first heard it and the detectives told the family, yeah, we've been knowing who this woman was for a week now. We just didn't tell you. We interviewed the suspect, but he was such a nice guy. We let him go with zero pushback.
That's ridiculous.
And F you and your feelings, family. We don't care because she's black. I don't care how beautiful she was or how much potential she had. You guys are black, so we don't care. And that's all I got. And that's all we're ever going to get until something happens and we burn this whole place down and we rebuild.
That part. Mizzle, what's your thoughts?
This is stupid and sad for this to happen. I was like, yeah, online dating is tough as it is, and it's freaking scary as it is. So you mean to tell me they was together drinking everything, and she's the only one that died, and nothing happened to him?
Yeah.
Like, this is stuff we got to think about. It's like, oh, because there's many people who made 911 calls, and they could be guilty. Doesn't mean nothing. So you say, okay, he made a call, it's so good. No. All right. Sequence of events. They met each other in the house, drinking, all that stuff, fell asleep and everything. Go in the bathroom. She's dead. He's alive. No, there's no other suspects. He's the main one. Don't put on because he there and he called. And it's like, that's just like, oh my gosh. Sometimes it's scary wherever you at and what reason who take over the investigation, because it's clearly a lack of interest to even further along this case. Unless the family gonna fight them and put these go against the department and saying that y'all mishandled this case or whatever, they gonna have to keep fighting or whatever happens. But sometimes it costs too much fighting agony and then the money and all that stuff. It's like
that is true.
That's what it's tough. Like when we don't have the means of access, when something like this happens, you want justice, but you can't get the justice because you don't have the means to far forward, and then you're gonna get tired. But some people will continue on. So I wish they could continue on and not let this go. But at the end of the day, they need to figure out what really happened and whatever. And it just sucks to meet someone and he just got free because he's a nice. I was like,
yeah, that's sad.
You called a 911 that was okay for you to discredit him as a suspect. Child, really, it's not making sense. Like I say, sometimes when you meet somebody at a dating app and the first time meeting, they usually always tell you to meet in public, not in my house, because that way you have witnesses or cameras or something like that happen. And it's fentanyl. I don't know. It's like, okay, so if she's the only one there, he's alive. Did he slip in her drink? Like, we got something. And I'm that. Like, come on.
And I'm thinking too, what else was in her system aside from fentanyl? Because nobody just does fentanyl. I mean, I work with those who have substance abuse issues every single day, and nobody just does fentanyl as their drug of choice. They're either doing heroin and it's laced with fentanyl. They're doing K2 and it's laced with fentanyl. They're doing something else that's laced with fentanyl. Nobody just chooses to do that.
Yeah,
so
it's the substance, yeah.
So just in my experience working on this, like I said, with people who have substance abuse issues, nobody chooses to do that. So that means whatever she was either drinking or she was smoking or she was snorting had fentanyl in it for her to have died from a fentanyl overdose. Or if they could have checked her and seen if she had any puncture marks on her anywhere to see if maybe she was, punctured with fentanyl or something. But, and I'm gonna keep it real. Don't know black people do fentanyl.
I was about to say they not checking for none of that because she's the wrong pigment.
Oh no, black people don't do fentanyl. They said she did promethazine and some other drug that I don't know what it is, but it's a prescription drug.
What is it called?
Which, girl, don't give me the line.
I know about the drug.
So I got the fentanyl, and it said promethazine. Mm-hmm. Another drug that I can't, I couldn't tell. I'll look it up real quick and tell you, but I know good doggone well I don't know.
I thought
and it's a prescription drug. And then alcohol.
Yeah, whatever he did, he laced with her because, like I said, even in my experience, just from working with those, it's not a lot of black people that do that. So I'm not saying that black people don't do it altogether, just that population is not one that tends to go towards fentanyl. And altogether, in general, fentanyl is not something that one seeks out to do. No, they're either doing heroin, meth, K2, PC, Molly's, perks, something that's laced with fentanyl that's how a lot of the overdoses happen. The perfect example, last week I had a patient that overdosed from heroin that was laced with fentanyl. So that I just don't see her seeking out and doing that. And again, everything that he said is complete suspect.
So maybe I watched too much true crime. But when my Joker said, "Oh, we just hung out, ate, drank, played games," and then she got sick, and then I put her in the bed, and then I went to bed and I went to sleep next to her, and I woke up and she was dead. But you missed the whole part where we slept together because there's a used condom
Thank
in the
you.
garbage can. Like, so
Thank
something
you.
something about your story don't make sense on multiple levels. Now I could definitely see her if he spiked her with something, right? You run off to the bathroom, you throw up, and you apologize, like, "Oh, I don't know what's going on with me." Like, that's not no, normally I could drink like a fish to water. This ain't normal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on. So does it sound like I gave her? Does it sound like I pulled a Diddy and I gave her too much candy, and my girl just couldn't hang? And unfortunately, he caused her to no longer be with us on this earth. Is what it sounds like to me. It sounds like I didn't intend to do it, but it sounds like I gave her a little too much of my happy candies, and unfortunately, she's not with us anymore. So I'm gonna just need this man to color a rice paper to go to jail. That's all. Just take him to jail.
That's it. That's all. Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. He needs to go to jail. I hope like hell he goes to jail. Why the family even has to still sit up here and have an open investigation, that don't make no damn sense to me whatsoever. God damn it, he did it. He's guilty. That's it. That's all. Anybody else got anything to say? Because I'm getting irritated by it. That just pissed me off.
Burn him
I'm
and
sorry.
bury him under the jail. Use him as fertilizer. He did it. He did it, and he did it. He did it. He did it to the right one though, because Lord knows had it been me, I'm fighting you on
They'd have got his ass. All right, y'all. Next thing we want to get into, just real quick, y'all see this money challenge that's been going on all over the internet. These fools are posing with money. Fat Joe made, I don't normally listen to what Fat Joe says because he's an asshole to me, but he made a lot of sense when he said this about these people that's been doing this with the money challenge, because the IRS is watching your stupid ass.
You know, Busy Bee started that back in the 80s. Busy Bee wrote his name with money. Busy Bee on the bed in the movie. I think Wild Style or something, he wrote Busy Bee with the money. Now everybody out there writing their name with the money or writing with the money. The greatest one was Nick Cannon. So Nick Cannon? I got it right here. That's what I'm about to talk about. Nick Cannon wrote it with paper toilet. He said the IRS is watching. Listen, guys, I dare you to look down my Instagram or anywhere in social media and see if Fat Joe has ever pulled out a $100 bill. One! Find the one. And so these people, when they get caught, they ask themselves, "Damn, man, how did you told on yourself?" How about the money challenge they writing in it? You know, bitch, you haven't had a legit job in your life. You writing your names with mountains of money. What's wrong with you? Nick Cannon said, IRS is watching. Right. They don't gotta look far.
What do y'all think is up with this new generation? Why is it that they do stupid stuff over and over again? That's the dumbest thing in the world to me, is this money challenge. I don't like Fat Joe because he's just an ass to me. But what is like? I call myself an old school bitch just because we was raised different. We wasn't raised to flaunt your money and to do all of this shit that they doing. Mizzle, I'm gonna start with you because you and my baby sis, y'all are part of the younger generation. What is up with these young artists posing with all this money, doing all this dumb shit with this money, like the IRS ain't watching them, like they can't get caught? What is it all for? What is the meaning of it all? Mizzle, I'm gonna start with you, and then baby sis, you go.
Listen, I'm subscribed to these people dumb antics. So I'm more mature than that. But my question is, what's the purpose of the money challenge? I mean, if you say IRS is watching, so you saying that people got illegal money? What I don't understand. What was the point? I mean, I saw I saw people making posts of what the money layout. So are you saying that the money they doing the message they doing with the money is illegal money? or they stole the money. What y'all saying? What's the part of the money? If it's their own money and they're making a message, what's the big deal of it? And if IRS go get you, is IRS getting you for what? You stole money and then you put it on the challenge and say, oh, what? And then they say, oh, that's the money we looking for. Video. So I see the video, but I'm not connecting why that's gonna be a problem if it's their own money that they work for. Like I have a couple bills in my pocket right now. I could spell something on the floor and IRS watching for what? You can't determine that that's my money that I got.
What he's saying is like a lot of these people, like a lot of these niggas is out here flexing with this money, but they not paying their taxes. That's what he mean when he say the IRS is watching. Like you out here flossing. Like perfect example, like Wesley Snipes, for example. If he were to get on here and to be flossing with all his money, you can't do that when you sit up here and you owe the IRS so many millions of dollars. That's what he's saying. Like a lot of these young niggas is out here flexing with this money, but they not paying their taxes.
Oh,
so if you out here flexing,
I ain't get the taxes. I just heard.
No, that's what he said when he means the IRS is watching. That's what he's saying. Like you out here flexing with this money, but then come tax season, you can't pay your taxes because you say you don't have this money. But you was just on here flexing like you had all this money. The IRS is watching your ass. Like we seen you flexing with this money, nigga. You got it. That's what he mean when he said the IRS is watching.
That's what I'm saying. But if some people, like I saw Dr. Heavily did it. You say she's not paying her taxes and IRS is watching?
No, he not meaning with her. He meaning like
he not meaning every. So I think we're now getting into the things because there are people who literally, I know you don't have a job. Like I know you don't work. I know you personally. I know you don't work.
Right.
Where are you getting this money for this money challenge from? Because we both know that you ain't got no job, Tommy.
Right.
Tommy, you ain't got no job. So why are you on Instagram now with the money challenge?
Okay.
Why?
Right.
Oh, because
that's
you
what he mean. Right.
Because you wanting to flash and be like everybody else and be like people who legitimately have the money to do it. To like a Floyd Mayweather, because that really puts me in the mind of Floyd Mayweather, because that's something he would do, right? Just stacks and stacks and cash of money. But he has the money, legitimately, legally, just to have the money. That's no different than when 50 Cent did it a couple years back. And he was like in the middle of a bankruptcy. And bankruptcy people was like, oh, well, if you got hundreds of millions of dollars to flash on Instagram, talk about this, then you got the money to pay us back from the, like, nah, we going to need that money from you. Because if you can be on the gram posting about your money and how you got this and that, then I'm going to need you to come up off this. Nah, we going to deny your bankruptcy. So it's not necessarily everybody who's doing it doesn't have the money, but a lot of people who are doing it, you don't really have that money. You don't really have that kind of money. So either A, it's fake money and you just pretending, or B, it's money that's illegal. But don't worry, because I'll tell you right now, the IRS done came after me. I done got 2 notices from the IRS. And I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. What?
I know
like,
you IRS letters. IRS don't play. They petty with their letters.
Listen, y'all done came back from 2017. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? 2017 and 2019. I was like, I ain't got money left. So why are you coming after me? Like you can't come to this dummy right here. But okay, but that's no different than anything else. The same way people be on Instagram riding around with guns and everything else, and they're like, "Oh, bruh, you on probation, so yeah, I'm just gonna need you come on and go back to jail." Like you dummy, like you simpleton.
You set
like,
yourself up for that,
you
big dummy.
But that's really the idea. The idea nowadays is more like you're setting yourself up for your own downfall. Cause
I'm sorry, y'all.
Somebody's watching.
My bad, y'all. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
No, I'm reading what Opulent said. My middle name is Broke.
Okay. Broken. I ain't got it.
I get it, because I was like, it didn't make any sense to me. I mean, okay, people post money message. So, okay, so you make the saying everybody who's doing it is go get caught and something like that. So I understand it. If some people don't have the money, they're coming up here making money challenges, doing stuff like that. Yeah, you're being stupid with quoting yourself. But not everyone who does the money challenge is necessarily doing legal stuff. or who probably does are good citizens. They just want to do the challenge. So it just looked the whole thing together to one. It just feel kind of crazy to me. I mean, at the end of the day, because it should say levels to it. Not everyone, but the way how he made it seem like he's like, oh, everybody who doing the money challenge just IRS watching. They get it.
Everybody doing the money challenge about to get robbed.
But that's the thing. The
Exactly.
that's the thing. The IRS is currently watching everybody. Do you know why? Because we're in a really terrible deficit and they trying to get back all that money that people got illegally from like unemployment scams.
PPP loans and all of that. They're trying to get everything.
Oh no, the government is now doubling and tripling back. You know, somebody used my social security number and worked in 2017 in my name, and they coming back at me telling them, "Oh yeah, now we gonna need you to pay your taxes on this." Bro, I didn't work there. I ain't never seen this company before in my life. What are you talking about? So they're doubling back from 2017. I'm like, I've never worked at this place. So that's what they say. The government currently right now is in such a deficit that they're like, you better dot your I's and cross your T's. Which is why they're starting to tax people on Cash App, Venmo. They done got smart. Oh yeah, no, there ain't gonna be none more of that. We gonna tax you for that too.
Tax the rich, and then they ain't got nothing to worry about. But they don't want to tax the rich. They want to tax us because we broke anyway.
Absolutely.
Man, look over here talking about the IRS. IRS might not get a dime out of me this year.
So this my question is, because we all know sometimes the purpose of a lot of these challenges. So what was specific purpose? Whoever, if y'all know who started whoever that started this money challenge, what was the specific purpose? It was a specific purpose to flaunt, or the specific purpose that using money to make a message? Because that's all I was seeing.
The first person I ever seen do it was LL Cool J, and he did it with a bunch of change. He spelled out LL Cool J, his name. That's when he was back in like Mama Said Knock You Out days. And he just did that, just being funny, spelling out his name. Who started doing it now, that like within the last few weeks, that made it a big thing? I don't know. Probably it's one of these millennials on damn TikTok or
Gen
something.
Z. Don't put that on millennials. Put that all on Gen Z.
That was Gen Z. That's Gen Z. But you know what? I'll say this. I think somebody where they got it from was Floyd Mayweather, like 4 or 5 years back when he was going back and forth with 50 Cent, and he was spelling out stuff with stacks of money. Is what Floyd Mayweather was doing. So I think they, as everything else, they seen the picture, took it, and then flipped it and said, "Oh, I'm gonna do this, and now I'm gonna make it a challenge." Because that's really what challenges are nowadays. Stuff that we used to do a few years back, 5-10 years ago, they're now just revamping it, making it a challenge for social media now. Is most likely where it came from, because he was also, the only person I can readily think of that was using stacks of money to spell out words to taunt someone else.
And then 50 answered him back.
Yeah, he did. But I mean, because we could go back to Tupac in the bathtub with just tons of money, because that was a great sight too. That's
beautiful.
That
was really beautiful. I love that. W said that happened to me in my first job, Tracy. When I got my first job, I was 16. They came for me talking about getting illegal food stamps, but it was my auntie in Alabama. She used my info. Your auntie did you dirty. Use your info for some food stamps. That's messed up. I'll kick my auntie ass. Next thing I want to show y'all, I'm going to show y'all this video real quick, and I'm going to get y'all's thoughts and y'all's opinions on this. If this is something that y'all could do, okay? Is this loyalty or is this foolery, okay? I'm going to get y'all's thoughts on this.
I ain't saying this to nobody else. I don't care what nobody.
Hold on.
I'm be completely honest with you, and I ain't saying this to nobody else. I don't care what nobody think, because I am who I am. If Tarevis cheat on me, I ain't leaving him. I'm being honest, because a lot of women be like, "If that nigga, I'm not leaving my husband. I'm not finna give you somebody that I've been sitting up here raising myself. As long as he's still doing what he's supposed to do, taking care of these bills and helping me raise these children, I'm pray about that shit, but I ain't leaving him. Don't get no baby doing it. Right. And I'm not gonna cheat because I just don't desire. This is not you. I'm gonna turn my social media off and DM and be popping now. Yeah.
What do y'all think about that? Is she a fool or is she loyal to her man?
Is that her man or her child? Because she literally said, I done took my time raising him.
I was just about to say that, Tracy. No.
She said, I took my time raising him. So is that her man or her child? Because I don't raise nobody else's man, but
No. Didn't we talk about this last week? No. What? No. What? No, I'm not. Hold up. What? Yeah, homie, you go ahead, cheat if you want to, but F around and find out. But
you know what? She does sound like she is from like, you know, the middle of backwoods Alabama, where that might actually be her second cousin. Not saying that there's anything wrong from Alabama. My mama from Alabama. I'm just saying if I listen to her, you know, her accent, you know, she may be from, you know, middle of nowhere, backwoods Alabama, where that is not as uncommon as we are thinking nowadays. I'm just saying, because she sounds like she's from the middle of backwoods Alabama, where that's actually her second cousin, and they have kids together. You know, I'm just trying to put it in. I'm trying to frame it in a different light to, you know, see if we can get some better answers. Because I'm trying.
Mizzle, what's your thoughts on that?
Listen, you'd be surprised how many other females that had the same mentality. They might say that no, you'd be surprised, because look at how many actual people who stay with their husband after you keep cheating on them, and they stay. Mm-hmm. So she's saying it out loud is no different from a lot of people doing it right now. She just saying it on broadcasters for everybody to know who she is or whoever.
Khloe Kardashian,
like that. So there are people who will stay with their husband for cheating. Like she said, long as he keep paying my bills, long as he take care of me, don't bring no baby. But I would stay with him. And a lot of people will do that. And so she's saying this is what a lot of people are actually doing. Now, me personally, I think she's a dumb fool, because if he publicly cheating on you and you staying, is he could keep doing it, and now you say, oh, you won't cheat. I said, no. If I'm going to stay in this relationship with you, you doing you and I'm doing me. As long as you take care of it, listen. Like I said, if you're going to cheat and I'm allowing you to cheat, you can't make no rules. Just pay my bills, whatever, all that stuff like that. So a lot of people have that mentality. And it's crazy. It's like I said, as long as you take care of home. So we could, a lot of us could go into our faces, bash her. But you might have a friend or two who will do the same thing she's doing. Same thing she's doing. And they may go on the computer, oh girl, you dancing, you all up, and then you sitting with the man who's doing the same thing to you. So
I got a family member who's doing it right now.
Would not do that. But some people who to say, listen, I'm not starting over. So you do what you gotta do. Don't give no baby on me. Don't give me no STDs. Pay my bills and all that. And I'm not leaving you. And that's how I'm doing it. So she's a fool, but it's common, like some people saying. So
what would be the cost though? How much would your spouse, or what would you have to be getting out of that for that to be okay? Aside from just your bills being
$10,000 a week.
paid. $10,000 a week?
$10,000 a week.
$10,000 a week.
That's not bad.
I will say this. But all right, so listen, right?
She's so happy she is. That's sad.
Doesn't she sound, listen, right? So if you just listen to the words that she says, doesn't she sound like a side chick?
Hell yeah. I said that off the top when I seen this. Off the top when I seen this, I said that's side bitch mentality.
Yes, she sounds like a side chick who got married. That's literally what I think.
Said that off the top.
This mentality sounds like, I am a side chick who got a husband, and I know how I got him. So, you know, I can't be mad.
Once he's a side piece, always a side piece.
Exactly.
But if we go by, if she was a side piece, now she got married, why not?
She gonna stick beside him.
We gonna be faithful after you just got somebody? I was saying that. Say, oh,
yes,
I won't cheat on her.
She's a faithful side piece.
Didn't Ariana Curry just teach you? She say faithful to a married man for all them years, baby.
But she didn't.
You have to read the side chick. You have to read the side chick playbook. This is what Ariana Curry trying to get to right here. I'm trying to marry the man who I was side chicking with, and now I'm a wife. But I'm gonna let him do what he do because I know how I got him. But I just want to be married because it's really sounding like
he ain't even cute.
It really sounds like I just want to be married. I was a side chick, and now I'm a wife, and I like the title of being a wife more than anything else.
Yes.
So
I'm
gonna hold on to my title. I'm gonna hold on to my title, baby. Because as soon as the next chick come around, I'm gonna be screaming, but I'm his wife. He married me. But he married me though. That's I can see her screaming that. Like I can see her screaming that at the new side piece.
Again,
I'm just saying.
Ex-wife sounds good too.
Yeah.
Not to her.
Right. It all sounds like a hot ass mess to me, child.
But you know, it's always the ladies speaking up and say, "Oh, he cheated on me." I was like, "Listen, you know damn well he will not do the same thing for you."
Nope.
I was like, "Girl, you
nope.
You cheat on this man once. He's like, I can't look at you the same.
No,
you
disgusted to me. I can't. No.
I might as well crack this.
You let another man fuck
right
you.
Yeah, he couldn't live with the same thing if she were to do the same thing that he did. No.
Sierra made a whole song about that.
Slap on my nose like corn on the no, there'll be none of that. Okay, got
it. With me, hey, and do your job. Hey, Tracy, don't get started. Don't get started, Tracy. No. Don't get started. Don't get started.
Because you know, I think men could probably get past you like vaginally. I think it's the oral piece that I think probably messes with their mind.
No,
it's all of it.
It's all of it.
Everything. It's everything. No, it's everything.
Listen, the way this nigga just cut his eyes over at me, I think I'm gonna go with y'all. It's everything.
Yeah, it's everything. Because the same. If your man cheats on you, would you be more mad if he just had oral sex with her, like performed, or just had full on intercourse, or you gonna be mad all the way? I don't care.
Myself personally, right now, in this space-time continuum, right now, I don't give two fucks and a shit less.
We finna move on because you having your own little marital problems that we is not finna bring up into this tonight. Anyways, though, you all, we can talk about this when we get off of the live. Next thing that we're finna get into real quick. Congratulations to your boy Nick Cannon. He is about to have baby number 8 with another little snow bunny. I don't know who she is, but it's gonna be a boy. They had a gender reveal, and Bree Tessie is her name. What y'all think about Nick Cannon having multiple babies with multiple ethnicities of women? Is he really trying to fulfill his dream of having children in every race?
I think he's trying to fulfill his dream of becoming a dad to as many women as possible.
Yeah, he does love beautiful women. He has a certain type because all of his women look the same. All of his women look the same.
He nasty. He just straight up trifling nasty. I understand Mariah broke his heart, but that does not mean that you can just go out and free kids to everybody, free dick to the world. Like,
but listen, if he's taking care of all his kids, who's to say he can't have?
I know you quit. Utter those words. Don't you dare.
I'm just saying. Because at this point, listen. At this point, I don't blame him. At this point, I blame the females.
The devil is a lie. I blame them both.
No,
thank you, Tracy.
No, I don't blame him at all because he knows what he's doing. These women are opening their legs and they're okay. They're having unprotected sex with him on purpose, knowing that there's a possibility you're going to get pregnant on purpose. So you're getting pregnant on purpose, knowing that he already got 7 other baby mamas, and you're doing it because, well, if I get pregnant, he's gonna be able to take care of my baby too, and he's gonna love my child too. Like, I don't blame Nick. Nick is just the source at this time. They all are making themselves available to do it. I don't blame Nick.
I blame both of them because they know that he got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other kids before they about to pop out the next one. And then I blame Nick because again, just because you got your heart broken don't mean that you can fertilize the whole world.
But let's say this. Now I have one question before I give my opinion. You said baby number 8
Yes.
recently passed. So what do we replace that one? So it'll still be 7, right?
No, technically it would still be 8. Technically it would still be 8. You don't ever not count the baby that passed away.
Not count that, but at the same time, like he would still have only 7 children living.
He would have 7 living children, yes, but in total he would have 8 children, yes.
Oh, okay, whatever. I count 7. Sure.
He said he about to beat out Future one way or another.
I mean,
I'm
not knocking the one he had. Yeah, he had 8 children, but he had 7 living right now.
7 living.
So I'm not saying it's still 8, but I was asking a question. It's like that. But,
he may have a fetish to that.
I believe that.
He said and live on this podcast, his goal is to have multiple children. He said that.
With multiple races.
His goal
That's what says. Is he really trying to do this?
Why?
And he said it.
Listen, I'll tell you why. Because Brad and Angelina Jolie had the United Nation of Children. So he said he about to do it too. But again, does that make just because you can do it doesn't make it right?
It doesn't
absolutely not. But I'm gonna say this.
And his ladies are continuing, knowing the fact that he said that, having sex with him and having babies with him. So, like the moment said, you can't really fully blame him because we already know his angle.
Did Nick Cannon grow up in a broken home?
Who?
Did he grow up in a broken home?
I don't believe so.
Oh,
he's giving off broken family vibes.
So
I don't believe so.
So I need to understand why there is no possible way that he, as one person, could give these 8 kids in 6 different households the love and attention that they need. Now, financially, could he support them? Absolutely. But could you give these 8 kids in 6 different households the love and attention that they need or deserve? Absolutely not. You know that is not physically possible. Look, you know you think Mariah letting her kids go over there? Mariah said absolutely not. Why are you so obsessed with me? My name is NC. Try again, boo-boo. No, okay? Be happy I let my kids come to your other kids' funeral. Just be happy, okay? That's all I got for you. But Mariah absolutely will not. Let's not even play those games. But my point is, as a parent, as a man, why would you want to then put that on your children to then have daddy spent Christmas here, daddy spent New Year's here, daddy did this for me, because you know that's what that's going to turn into. Someone somewhere down the line is not going to feel as loved as the other ones because of X, Y, Z, and B. And as an adult, you know this while you're still going around and doing this. I would have more respect for him if he said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and have me a sister wife scenario. I'm going to buy a city block. I'm going to knock these heifers up and I'm going to put them in this cul-de-sac and they all going to grow up together and they all going to come to my house at this time for dinner as a family. I would have more respect for him if he did that.
I have a question too. Just like Opulent said, how did Mariah, or who broke his heart? Or how did Mariah break his heart?
Oh, that was MC all day. MC said she wasn't fooling him with his food.
I don't know for sure whether or not she broke his heart. I'm speculating because when the news broke that they were getting a divorce, didn't it say that Mariah filed for divorce?
Yes, Mariah left him.
So, like I said, she broke his heart.
And then after Mariah, he said he'll never get married again.
It was probably because he did want more kids, and she was like,
"Yeah, I was gonna say, I think he did. I remember him saying he wanted a big family, like he wanted a lot of kids. That I do remember him saying.
I remember him saying that too. But you
mean those 2 millionaires couldn't have got a surrogate?
That's what I'm over here like, Mariah. For real,
That's
Nick.
because Mariah wasn't putting up with his foolishness. But here's a better question. As a man who knows that you have a genetic disorder, why would you want to then give that to your kids, knowing as much as you go through with lupus? Why would you want to then put this on potentially so many other kids with the possibility? Are you checking the mamas to see if they got the trait, to see the likelihood of your child having lupus as well, to see if it increases? Like what's up with that? Like, do you think about the little people that you're bringing into this world and what type of life
I don't think he's thinking about that. I'm
okay.
thinking he's thinking I want to have as many kids as possible, and then we'll weed out the problems as they come.
Oh, okay. Well, he could be a surrogate. He can just, put his sperm in his sperm bank. He can repopulate the world if that's what his
at this
angle
point,
is.
it really feels like he does have a double care attitude as far as families and children. The only thing that I would say is consistent about is the type of women he chooses.
He was definitely thinking with the wrong head. Heck yeah.
Right.
He's always thinking about the wrong.
I agree. Yeah, he can't possibly be there for every one of the children he has, but his goal is to create as much children he has.
It is true.
Procreate. So at the end of the day, these ladies know what he's aiming for. So it don't take him. Once he get in a relationship, because he said he in a relationship with the ladies, and he get comfortable. He start with condoms, and then they get comfortable, and then he have unprotected sex. So every girlfriends he having, it gets so quickly to get to the unprotected sex.
I was going to say that. What's the wait time?
That's another thing.
That's what's like. They know because Nick Cannon is a well-known name. It's like, listen.
I'm sorry, I didn't
know his end game at the end of the game, and if you get pregnant, say, "Oh, fine." You're not gonna tell you to let it go because his goal is to have more than one child. That's why I say we will see how much he's saying that he's there for every one of his kids. When his kids get older and they can tell their own recollection stories, and now we're gonna determine how much he's telling the truth or not. Because we all know he can't be there for every one of his children. But
this is my thing. My top 3 celebrity crushes in this entire world. Number 1 is Michael Vick. Number 2 is LeBron James. And number 3 is Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
I don't care what the situation is, what the scenario is. If I were to have the opportunity to sleep with them, we are wearing a freaking condom. I don't care. Like, I am in love with you. Don't understand. Like, I will fight bitches in the street behind Michael Vick, Michael B. Jordan, and LeBron James. I will fight their wives over them.
You're not having a check,
baby? I'm okay being the side chick. I'm okay with that. But we're wearing a condom. That's just what it is. You say not the dog of it. Yes, Michael Vick Armani. I love him. Okay.
You've been in love with Michael Vick since before the dog thing.
Okay, I've been in love with Michael Vick since he was with the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, I've been in love with
Michael Vick. I've been hearing about Michael Vick since
Okay. Yeah. I've been in love with Michael Vick since he played for Virginia Tech. Okay. He is from Newport News, Virginia. His birthday is June 26, 1980. He is a day older than me. We are in love. Okay.
In your own head.
Shut up. You mind your business and you suck your sucker over there. God damn it.
So you're not having a check, baby?
Hell no.
So you wouldn't have a check, baby?
No, because a check, baby, will come with check chlamydia, check gonorrhea, check syphilis, check AIDS, check HIV, check itchy coochie, check odor, check irritation, check discharge. No, ma'am. I sure will not.
JW, I know what Michael B. Jordan can do with that spit, though.
Oh, I love me some Mike V. Michael B. Jordan. Listen, he can have a mouthful of spit. I show him what to do with it, baby.
Right.
We in love. I love me some Michael Vick. We are in love. And listen. Let his wife mess up. That's all I'm saying. Let his wife mess up. Let Savannah mess up. Let Lori mess up. Bitch, I'm in like Flynn. What's good? Gucci. wide open for you, baby. Okay, don't do Mike Vick. Okay, people fight dogs in the South. Thank you, opulence. Okay, don't be done with me, Armani. Just pray for me. That's all you got to do is pray for me. Look here, y'all. Before we get out of here, I got a couple of quick would you rathers. Okay, these ain't too raunchy. These are just some little simple ones. Okay, say that. It's the balance in the pH for me. Okay, you got to keep that coochie clean. Thank you. I saw Lauren. That Lauren was pregnant.
She better not be. She
You
better
know
not be
what?
pushing up some stairs.
Oh my God! If she get pregnant, I know Future gonna lose his mind. Oh, I know
She be
Future
pushing up
head
some
gonna
stairs.
explode because he
No.
was trying to knock her up for a
No.
nigga.
Let her be pregnant. I'm happy for you, bitch.
No, you don't lie. Don't lie. Me and you both will push you down some stairs.
No, because I don't believe in that.
I do.
Whatever. Yeah, he's a gigolo. He's a gigolo. Everybody know. You know, that was a jam back in the day, God on it. Okay, would you rather? This is a question. Would you rather, for 1 year, give up sex or give up food? My sister don't even have to answer that because I know what she would say. Would you rather, for 1 year, give up sex or give up food?
Wait, cousin, you need to live on food.
Well, I'll be skinny.
No, because you could do
so
you could do like that's what I'm saying. You could do liquid diet, you could do smoothies, you could do something, but solid foods. Solid foods.
No,
Solid foods. I should have rephrased it. Solid
goodbye,
foods
coitus.
or sex.
Goodbye, coitus. I'm in a relationship. I'm in a forever relationship with food. Fuck everything else.
I would give up sex for you.
I would be so skinny.
Armani,
That's what I'm thinking
with you,
about. I would be
Armani.
so skinny. I would be so snaked.
No, I would have by the end of that year. I would have caught me a couple of cases, but at least I'll be full and fat and chubby and chunky and happy.
Sex, not like anyone's knocking at my door.
That's how I said, we gotta eat. I can't do none.
I gotta eat.
Do a sex for a year.
I know I can't give up crab legs though. That's the only thing.
I could buy me a dildo. I could buy all that stuff.
I'ma be so skinny.
Plus, I smoke too much. I can't be just not eating.
So I don't think I can live off of a liquid diet for a year anyway. Although I would be snatched. I would go good. Would you rather be rich or famous?
Rich. I can get famous. I'd rather have the money.
Would you rather be rich or famous, Mizzle?
I said I'd rather be rich, get some money, get some rich. I'd rather be rich. I'd rather be rich to build the wealth. So I gotta say rich.
Tracy, I already know Tracy want to be rich just so she can get her paper up, stack her bread.
And you know this.
You already know I can't give up my I love me some crab legs. And my last would you rather. Okay, this isn't really a would you rather. This is more of a question. If you could have a sexual superpower, what would your sexual superpower be?
Every time I make a man nut, I get $1 million.
Well, that's a blessing.
I would say that's the gift that keeps on giving.
I know, right?
If I could have a sexual superpower, I'd want to be the superhead of superheads. Like literally,
superhead.
Like I could literally suck your soul out your body. So if that's what I'm saying. Like that would be like, you know, so if I just so happen to meet Michael Vick or Michael B. Jordan or LeBron, I could be like,
you got that marry me head?
Let me show you a little secret real quick. I could take it to the back and I could suck his wallet out of his pocket and suck his soul out of him.
As Rashida said, put him on and make me want to marry me.
Put it on him, make him want to marry me. I'm just saying.
You know what?
That would be my sexual superpower.
You know what I would take? would take unlimited stamina. I would just never get tired. I'd be like the Energizer Bunny. I'll never get tired. I never get tired. I never get tired.
That's a waste. That's a waste.
I never get tired. Not at all, because I could sit all day like I'm good. No, I'm not tired. I'm not tired. I'm good. I'm not tired. Get my mag knees working, baby. Like I can ride all day. I ain't never tired. Like never tired.
You know, it's another good one. If you could have super Kegels, like every time, like what I'm saying, every time you have sex, you know, you could Kegel and it'll like.
Okay, but you know, the only bad thing is that could like for real happen while you're living.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm telling you, they won't be ready for me. I just need a few minutes with them. They won't be ready for me. What would yours be?
If I have sexual power, I think I will have the ability to make anybody have sex with me that I want.
Like how about like making eye contact with them, or like
just give that.
Or you do like a Spider-Man.
I give the energy off that. If I say I want you, we're gonna have sex, no matter who it is. I'm just like that. So
you just putting people in a trance.
That's just magic words.
Bam. You.
I'm ready to say, well, damn, Mizzle.
I would say, yeah. Sure. If I want you right then and there, I'm getting you.
Shit.
You come strip and they strip.
What I do, I'll make a fantasy. I'll create a fantasy world, and we have sex right then and there. After we finish, it's back to reality.
Can I do that with Bill Gates' bank account? Because that sounds like, baby, like, oh, can I get you so good that you like my credit card number is, my bank account number is.
So yeah, irresistible. So maybe what I know I couldn't get now, I probably could get if I wanted to have that power.
Last one. Out of one night stand, F buddy, and threesome. Out of Chris Brown. Oh, I just had it. Chris Brown, Nick Cannon, and Future.
Oh,
I'm joining a monastery.
We did this with Chris Brown, Nick Cannon.
Did we deal with and Future? Was it all them?
We had the Baby Trappers. So one of them got taken out. We had Nick Cannon Future, but somebody else was a Baby Trapper.
Guess what? I'm still choosing a monastery. If those are my three options.
A monastery.
Are you serious? I'm a nun now. I've found Jesus Christ and God is my savior.
So you said
none of them.
Out of Nick Cannon, Chris Brown, and Future.
All right, wait. Give me the options. Give wait. It's what is the thing again?
It's threesome, one night stand, and F buddy.
Okay. I got this.
You gonna go Tracy or we want to go?
Here is Sir Neale at the last minute, y'all. We're about to end.
So I say I would do threesome with Future because I don't want him touching me like that. So I let him do something else, and we could do something else. If I can tell you, I can't get that's like whoever messing with him, they get the sperm, and I just do something else with those people. So Future, I will do probably F buddy with Chris Brown. Because not only we could have sex, we have fun, whatever. I even know he's not my type, but still, whatever. You gonna have my type that day. And it's like you have a type. He don't like this. He like these. So yeah, I've been F buddy with him. We have fun and we could dance and we could play music. So like I know I probably have a good time with Chris Brown. And I would do a one night stand with Nick Cannon. Just like one night stand, we're gonna be super strapped, and that's it.
You already know it's going down, huh?
See, listen, I got this, right? I got this, right? I'm gonna take Nick Cannon as my F buddy. I know I'm gonna have a baby or two, but at least I'm gonna be paid. So I guess I got to go with that. I'm gonna take that one, right? But listen, I'm gonna do a threesome with Future and Chris Brown, but Chris Brown is only gonna be a one-time thing because if he hit me, I hit back. So
that you ain't lying. Hell
if
yeah.
you hit me, I hit back, baby. Like
already. Baby sis?
I'm a nun. I'm not touching none of them except with the
Stop
power
lying.
of the Holy Christ.
Stop lying. You love them.
No, no. I'm a nun. I'm a born again virgin. I'm not touching them except with my Bible and the power of Jesus Christ.
Power of Christ compels you, heifer.
Yes.
All right, I am putting Mizzle's Discord down in the chat right now. Sir Neale, did you have a fun time out? We about to get out of here.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, you guys. I just wanted to drop by and show love. You know, I love my family. But I was out with the rest of the Black Afro punk queers, and we was at the flea market turning it up. It was so fun.
It's at the flea market. I ain't mad at you.
So I'm telling you, our flea market is like a club, and it was like everybody came out of quarantine. It was open air. It was a blessing. I'm telling you.
I ain't even mad at you. Look, I just dropped Mizzle's Discord down in the chat. Y'all make sure to join us over there. We are getting ready to watch the watch along for Johnson's Cabaret as well as Power afterwards. Make sure that you are a member of Mizzle's Discord, okay? And join us here tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern for the recap of Johnson's Cabaret, as well as Thursday for Mizzle and I think mine will be out on Thursday. I think yours will be out on Thursday during the day as well for Catfish reviews as well. Okay, y'all got anything else before we get out of here?
I posted a new video on YouTube.
Yes, she did. Let me post my sister's YouTube
Friday-ish.
Copy. Let me post her YouTube down in the box as well, so you guys can make sure to go and check out her channel.
Follow me on TikTok.
Yes, let me put that in here.
I have a few new videos on there. I might work on one tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna work on one tonight because fuck you, Steve Jobs.
Ooh,
what he do to you?
That's what I'm saying.
Just fuck him.
All right. Well, on that note, I'm gonna drop her TikTok so you can go see why she is mad at Steve Jobs.
It's not up yet. I gotta do research on him, but
oh, y'all, before we get out of here, story time. I forgot to tell y'all my story time real quick about, I told y'all already in the group chat. Let me tell y'all my quick story time on how a crackhead stole my car, y'all. Listen, first, I just gotten off of work early because a patient of mine had died and we had seen her and that was just a lot to deal with. I get driving home, go to the convenience store. I park my car. Yes, I did leave my car running, but I literally walked 20 feet inside the store, put my money on the counter, got what I needed, turned around and walked back. And I seen this guy looking around in my passenger door. Then he hurry up and runs around to my driver's door. He and I look at each other, make eye contact with each other, and I'm like, motherfucker, don't you do it. He jumps in my driver's side and hurry up and throws the car into reverse. As you throw the car into reverse, my doors automatically lock. I go to the passenger side door, try to get the door open. The fool throws my car in reverse and takes off, drags me about 7-10 feet, skinned up my elbow, hurt my shoulder, girl, messed up my rotator cuff, all that. My purse is in there, my phone, my wallet, my work backpack, all of my stuff is in the damn car, which was a blessing in disguise because when I called the police, I was able to go to my house, go to my computer, get on, track my iPhone, and we were able to track the fool in my, because my phone was in the car, so we were able to track him that way. So it took about 3.5 hours. Finally got my car back. The fool just joy rode in my car for about 3.5 hours. Didn't get an opportunity to steal anything because he was too busy trying to get away. But this is the part that pissed me off, aside from the fact that this asshole stole my car. When I got in the car, after the police officers, they had to do the little investigation, take their pictures. I had to identify him, like the choppers were out on this fool and everything. Like, bitch, it was the real live America's Most Wanted situation. Okay, do y'all hear me? It was real. So I got in my car to leave. Bitch, why I turn on my radio This fool had done went into my phone on my Apple Music and changed my damn radio station, bitch. Changed my radio station to something he listens to.
He said he needed to be comfortable while he was joyriding. Priorities.
It ain't enough that you steal my car, but you gonna put it on some old goddamn hood ass, thug ass, Mo 3 ass shit that I don't even listen to.
That nigga was probably high as a fucking kite.
He was, because his eyes was like this big when he made eye contact with me. I was like, and then you're gonna put on a radio station I don't even listen to, which means you was touching my phone. Really? Oh yes, he went to jail. He went to jail. And I'm pressing charges on him because I work hard for my shit. Okay. I work too hard for you to decide that you want to jump your ass in my, even if it was my fault for leaving my car running. Okay. I know I should not have done that.
You better press charges.
But at the same time, I work too hard for my shit.
Shit, you better press charges. Get your court outfit together.
I'm okay. Yes, Brittany. Thank you, boo. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like my son got a little PTSD from it as well as me, because like that night, this happened on Tuesday night. I could not sleep. I was scared the fool was going to come in the house. I was scared he was going to run up in here when we were asleep or something. My son was scared. He had to sleep in the bed with me because he's like, well, Mom, is the guy going to come back and shoot us? Like, I'm scared. Is he going to come to the house? Like, me and my son both were shook up from it. And even like last night, I had some bad dreams about it because I keep seeing the scenario over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Like, it's really freaking weird. I keep like play for play, step by step. I see it to the T in my head over and over and over and over again. But I'm okay from it. I just, like I said, now I'm super paranoid. I turn my car off and I take my keys and I'm looking everywhere. I'm like super paranoid now, which we all should be anyway. But yeah, that's what happened to me.
I told you I'll fuck them up for you. No, I got your back, sissy.
I know you do. But ain't nothing you can do from Louisville.
If there is, I can send out my negative vibes onto the guy. Actually, send me a picture of his mugshot. That's what you can do. Or matter of fact, just give me his name and his date of birth, and I'm pretty sure I can have Pops look it up.
You're trying to put some risk on him.
We just need his first and last name. If you got a middle one,
and his date of birth.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Opulence. I appreciate that. I'm probably gonna have to take something to sleep tonight, because I noticed the last couple of nights when I didn't take something to sleep is when the dreams will wake me up. But if I take something to sleep, I still have the dreams, but at least I'm still asleep, if that make any sense. The dreams don't wake me up. But I'll be able to sleep good tonight.
You're unconscious.
You say what?
You can't wake up if you're unconscious.
True that, y'all. I need to take something to pass out tonight because I could be at work in the morning. But anyways, y'all, we are about to get over to Mizzle's channel to watch us some Jocelyn Hernandez, baby. You already know it's about to go down. How long you need before we get over there, Mizzle?
It's 10:15. So give me about 10:25 or 10:30.
All right, cool. By 10:25, 10:30, meet us on Mizzle's Discord so we can watch Jocelyn's Cabaret, okay? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. As always, y'all could be doing anything else on a Sunday night, but y'all are here with us. And I appreciate you for that. And we out. All right, till next Sunday. Real Queens, Real Talk with a gentleman's perspective.
Y'all stay drunk.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
All right, now it's time to get up. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here.
Good night, guys.
Thank you. See y'all next Sunday.